Racist cops tried to scare black woman. She pulled out her phone and shut them down. "Ma'am, open the door or we're coming in." But she didn't panic. She went live. A black woman turned her camera on, and what happened next shocked millions. You won't believe how she shut them down. Like, subscribe, and stay till the end. This story will change how you see justice. It was just after 8 p.m. on a quiet Friday night. Alicia Daniels, a 32-year-old black woman and single mother of two, was in her cozy apartment cooking dinner. She'd just gotten home from her nursing shift. Her youngest, Jamal, was doing homework while her daughter Layla was scrolling through her tablet. Suddenly, there was a loud, aggressive knock at the door. "Police, open up." Alicia froze. She wasn't expecting anyone. She hadn't done anything wrong. Her hands trembled as she peeked through the peephole. Two white officers stood, their hands near their holsters. No warrant in sight. "We got a call. Step aside. We need to search the apartment." But Alicia knew her rights. "Do you have a warrant?" she asked through the door. They ignored her and kept yelling. But instead of giving in, Alicia picked up her phone, opened Facebook, and hit go live. The red light came on. The world was now watching. Alicia's hand was steady as she pointed the phone at the door, her voice calm but firm. "These officers are trying to enter my home without a warrant. I'm live right now. Please share this." Within seconds, people began joining the live. Her friends, family, co-workers, and soon, strangers from all across the country. The red live icon glowed at the top of the screen, and the view count kept rising. The comments started rolling in. "What's going on? We see you, don't let them in." The officers noticed her filming. One of them, Officer Bradley, stepped back and scoffed. The other, Officer Jenkins, shouted, "Turn that off and open the door." Now, Alicia didn't flinch. She held the phone higher and repeated, "Do you have a warrant?" "No answer. Just more threats, ma'am. We can make this difficult." But Alicia stood her ground. "No warrant. No entry." The comments on her live were flooding in. "Stay strong, sis. You're not alone, we're watching. Tagging NAACP now. Somebody get a lawyer on this." The pressure was mounting. The officers didn't expect to be broadcast live. Their faces were clear, their aggression visible. Officer Bradley glanced at the camera, then turned his back briefly, whispering something to his partner. They were clearly shaken by the growing online attention. Still, they didn't leave. One of them began pacing. The other tried to intimidate her with louder knocks and more yelling. But Alicia just kept filming, and the view count shot past 100,000. Her voice never cracked. She knew she wasn't just protecting her home, she was exposing something bigger. Within 10 minutes, over 40,000 people were watching the live video. News reporters started tuning in. Lawyers began commenting. A local civil rights attorney even said, "If they break that door, I'm filing a lawsuit myself." The officers started sweating. Officer Jenkins barked, "You're interfering with police work." But Alicia replied, "I'm exercising my right to protect myself. You have no warrant." Suddenly, Alicia's neighbor, Mr. Carter, an older black veteran, stepped into the hallway. He stood by her door and also began filming. Then another neighbor joined, and another. A young Latino father from across the hall began live streaming to his Instagram followers. An elderly white woman from the next floor came out holding her phone with trembling hands, whispering, "Stay strong, sweetheart." Now the hallway was full of people with phones. Inside, Alicia whispered to her kids, "Stay calm. Mummies got this." Layla held her little brother's hand. Their eyes, wide but trusting, stayed on their mom. Alicia spoke into her phone, "If anything happens to me, you all saw this." That's when something unexpected happened to a white woman. A civil rights activist who saw the live arrived outside the building. She was local and came with a printed copy of the Fourth Amendment. She shouted from below, "They cannot enter without a warrant." The crowd outside started growing. Some brought signs, some chanted, others just held their phones up. The officers weren't just facing a woman and her phone anymore. They were facing a united community and the whole world. Under pressure from the growing crowd, the live feed, and media attention, the officers began to back down. One made a call. They looked nervous. Moments later, a police supervisor arrived. He knocked and said calmly, "Ma'am, we're going to leave now." There seems to have been a misunderstanding, but the world had already seen enough. Alicia kept recording. "So you came without a warrant, tried to scare me in front of my children, and now it's a misunderstanding. No apology, no accountability." The supervisor didn't respond. He turned and signaled his team to leave. The crowd outside cheered. The live stream hit 2 million views. Alicia didn't celebrate yet. She turned to the camera and said, "This isn't over. Not until there's justice." The next morning, Alicia's video was on every major news outlet. CNN, MSNBC, ABC, even international media in the UK and South Africa covered the story. #StandWithAlicia was trending worldwide. People demanded answers, justice, and real reform. The mayor launched an internal investigation into the officers involved. Within 48 hours, both officers were suspended without pay pending review. The police department released a brief, nervous statement. "We are looking into the incident," but the public wanted more. Alicia was invited to speak on national television. She appeared calm and dignified in a navy blouse, her kids beside her. "I didn't go live to be famous," she said. "I went live because I was scared, but I knew I had a voice, and I had to use it." But what shocked everyone most was what came next. Alicia didn't stop at going viral. She teamed up with civil rights lawyers and tech developers to create a new smartphone, AP1, that allowed people to instantly go live, record video, and alert their emergency contacts when they felt threatened by authorities. She named it LiveShield. The app included real-time legal support, live stream capability, and an option to send your location and footage to multiple civil rights organizations. In just 3 months, it was downloaded over 2 million times. Alicia began traveling the country, speaking at schools, rallies, and justice forums. She became a symbol of courage, not because she fought back with violence, but because she stood firm with wisdom, technology, and community. Her bold move that night didn't just protect her family, it became a national movement, and every time someone feels unsafe and hits go live, they remember the black woman who told the world, "You will not enter my home without a warrant." Alicia Daniels, mother, nurse, warrior, and now a legend. When you know your rights and stand firm, even in the face of fear, you hold power that no badge or uniform can take away. Alicia didn't raise her voice, didn't break the law, simply turned on her phone and used the truth as her shield. In an age where injustice often hides behind closed doors, her courage reminded the world that transparency is a weapon and unity is unstoppable. Stand your ground, know your rights, and never be afraid to let the world see the truth.